Welcome to the English Guide. Let's discuss idioms. 1. On cloud nine. The idiom on cloud nine means to be extremely happy or delighted. It's often used to describe someone's state of great happiness. For example, you might say, she's been on cloud nine since she got the job offer. To help remember this idiom, picture someone floating on a cloud high in the sky, looking ecstatic. 2. The last straw. Next, we have the last straw, which refers to the final problem in a series of issues that causes someone to lose patience. This phrase is often used when someone has reached their limit with a situation. For instance, his rude comment was the last straw. She decided to quit. Visualize a stack of straws piling up until one more causes everything to collapse. 3. Steal someone's thunder. The idiom steal someone's thunder means to take credit for someone else's idea or success. It's used when someone receives credit meant for another person. For example, she stole his thunder by announcing the news before he could. Imagine someone taking away another's lightning bolt of success to remember this phrase. 4. Actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than words means that what people do is more important than what they say. This phrase is often used to emphasize the importance of actions over promises. An example could be, he promised to help, but actions speak louder than words. Picture someone talking about kindness but acting mean, contrasting words and actions. 5. Burn bridges. The idiom burn bridges means to destroy relationships or opportunities. It's often used when someone leaves a job or relationship badly. For instance, don't burn bridges with your old boss. You might need a reference. To remember this, visualize someone burning a bridge, preventing any chance of going back. 6. Keep your eyes peeled. Keep your eyes peeled means to be watchful and alert. This phrase is often used as advice to stay vigilant. For example, keep your eyes peeled for any updates. Imagine someone keeping their eyelids wide open, staying alert. 7. Jump on the bandwagon. The idiom jump on the bandwagon means to join a trend or follow what others are doing. It's used when someone decides to join popular activities or trends. For instance, he jumped on the bandwagon and started collecting NFTs. Picture a wagon filled with cheering people and others jumping on. 8. Let sleeping dogs lie. Let sleeping dogs lie means to avoid restarting a conflict or reopening an issue. It's often used as advice to avoid unnecessary trouble. For example, we've settled the issue. Let sleeping dogs lie. Visualize a dog sleeping peacefully and leaving it alone. 9. Hit the jackpot. Next is hit the jackpot, which means to achieve great success or win a large amount of money. It's used when someone has a significant win or success. For instance, she hit the jackpot with her new business idea. Imagine someone pulling a slot machine lever and winning big. 10. Burn the candle at both ends. Burn the candle at both ends means to overwork yourself by doing too many things. It's often used when someone is exhausting themselves. For example, he's burning the candle at both ends with his job and studies. Picture a candle burning from both ends, quickly melting away. 11. Turn a blind eye. The idiom turn a blind eye means to ignore something deliberately. It's used when someone chooses not to notice wrongdoing. For instance, the manager turned a blind eye to the minor rule breaking. Imagine someone covering one eye, pretending not to see. 12. Elephant in the room. Elephant in the room refers to an obvious problem that everyone ignores. It's used to describe a topic everyone is avoiding. For example, the layoffs were the elephant in the room at the meeting. Picture an actual elephant squeezed into a room while people pretend it's not there. 13. Under someone's thumb. The idiom under someone's thumb means to be under someone else's control or influence. It's used to describe someone who is dominated by another. For instance, he's completely under his boss's thumb. Visualize someone holding another under their thumb, unable to move. 14. Walk on eggshells. Walk on eggshells means to be very cautious around someone. It's often used when someone is careful to avoid upsetting someone. For example, she's been walking on eggshells around her boss lately. Imagine tiptoeing on eggshells, careful not to break them. 15. On the same page. On the same page means to be in agreement with someone. It's often used when discussing plans or strategies. For instance, let's make sure we're all on the same page before starting. Picture everyone reading from the same page in a book. 16. Bite the hand that feeds you. The idiom, bite the hand that feeds you, means to harm or act against someone helping you. It's used as a warning to avoid harming supporters. For example, don't bite the hand that feeds you by criticizing your team. Imagine someone feeding a dog, and it bites them in return. 17. Off the beaten track. Off the beaten track refers to an uncommon or isolated place. It's often used for travel destinations. For instance, we prefer vacation spots that are off the beaten track. Picture a hidden path away from the main road. 18. Turn over a new leaf. The idiom, turn over a new leaf, means to start afresh or make positive changes. It's used when someone decides to change their behavior. For example, he's turned over a new leaf since starting the new job. Imagine a leaf flipping to reveal a fresh, clean side. 19. Out of the woods. Out of the woods means to be out of danger or difficulty. It's often used in situations of recovery. For example, she's not fully healed, but she's out of the woods. Picture someone finding their way out of a dense forest. 20. Put the cart before the horse. The idiom, put the cart before the horse, means to do things in the wrong order. It's used when someone is hasty and overlooks order. For instance, planning the party before setting the date is putting the cart before the horse. Imagine a cart in front of a horse, which looks awkward. 21. Jump the gun. Jump the gun means to start something too early. It's often used when someone is prematurely excited or hurried. For example, they jumped the gun on the announcement before it was finalized. Picture someone starting a race before the gun goes off. 22. Strike while the iron is hot. The idiom, strike while the iron is hot, means to act quickly when the opportunity is good. It's used to encourage taking advantage of a good situation. For instance, you should strike while the iron is hot and apply for the job now. Imagine a blacksmith hitting a glowing piece of iron before it cools. 23. Take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt means to view something with skepticism. It's used when someone should not fully believe what they hear. For example, take his stories with a grain of salt. He likes to exaggerate. Picture sprinkling salt on an idea, making it easier to digest skeptically. 24. Fly off the handle. The idiom, fly off the handle, means to lose temper suddenly. It's used to describe unexpected outbursts. For example, he flew off the handle when he saw the mess. Imagine an axe head flying off its handle unexpectedly. 25. Cut the mustard. Finally, cut the mustard means to meet expectations or be successful. It's often used to judge competence. For example, she didn't cut the mustard in the job interview. Picture someone trying to cut a mustard seed, but only the best succeed. Follow for more.